Hello beautiful and welcome to Coloring with MJ. I'm super excited to have you here today. Instead of a color along video, I'm going to be sharing with you my experience of using the Prismacolor Premier set for the last almost 5 months and what it's been like, what I like about them, what I don't like, and some tips on how to use them. Now, if you remember, I already did the swatches for them, and since I only did them on my white paper, I'm going to be doing them in the black paper to see how they look, because I really like how my Faber-Castell, the super soft ones, turned out. So I want to see what it's like for the Prismacolor Premiers since I haven't done those. So we'll do that and I'll share with you what it's been like. Now, if you haven't seen the unboxing video, I'll share with you the basic details of the Prismacolor Premier set, the 72 piece. It comes in this tin box. You'll see I've used them for like almost 5 months, so you can see how some of them are really small, especially my white one. I use this one quite a bit, and well, this olive green, which you can no longer see the name. You can barely see that it still has the number there. That one got really small on my last coloring video. And it comes with 3 trays. This is the first one. Now, I have them all mixed. I used to have them organized by colors, but then my daughter loves coloring with them as well. So she kind of uses them and then puts them in different trays, which is okay. I then end up picking the colors I want myself. So as you can see, each of the color pencils comes with the name of the brand, and then it gives you the name of the color for the color in English and in French, and then you have the number, which makes it super easy when you want to find or replace your color. Let me see if I can zoom in on that and see there. Hopefully you can see it a little better. There's the number. Now, depending on the color, you sometimes get it with this, or let's find a different one. Where's the other one? Oh, yeah. For example, this metallic gold comes in black instead of the metallic, the silver there. So you'll find some of them are black and some of them are silver. For the name and for the number, they all come with the name and the number. They come pre-sharpened, and that's about it. Now, you can see these ones haven't been used that much. I tend to go for the brighter colors, so that's why my neutral colors, the grays, are still all here. And for my coloring videos, for my color alongs, I try to keep it to the basic colors, so it's easy for you to follow along. If you don't have the Prismacolors or a bigger set, you can still find other colors that work for you. So let's sharpen them, because we'll be doing the swatches for the Prismacolors on the black paper. So I like have a little holder, like a little bowl to put the shavings as a tip. I like to use my shavings or like for backgrounds and for other things. And then I go and sharpen them. I put the pencil in, and I'm going to switch hands, and I'm going to sharpen it by moving the sharpener instead of the color pencil. Now this is helping the core stay protected. Instead of moving around and making it break more easily, we're just taking care of it. This is the parrot green. It's a really nice one, and you can see we got a nice sharp point there. We can even get a little bit more. Let's see. There we go. That's nice. Now this is just like your regular metal sharpener. Nothing fancy. Actually, parking was more expensive than the sharpener itself when I got it. This one is nice and sharp. Let's see this one. It's a little sharpening. Always, it's important to keep your color pencils sharp. This will make your job easier, and they'll glide better when you're on your coloring page, and you'll be able to get a lot more of the color down. Now with the Prismacolors, because they have the soft core, they are really easy to and super nice to blend and put down. They just glide on the page, which is really nice. So let's see. I also noticed like they're super easy to sharpen. Like when you have like a simple sharpener, whether you're using the crank one, the electric one, or this, just like a simple sharpener, they're really easy to get to a nice point. So that's been nice and fun. There we go. Now sometimes, or what I noticed when I first started using them, it was they were breaking on me quite a bit, and that's something I've heard a lot of people talk about, and something I have experienced myself. So with your Prismacolors, you have to be really careful. You want to keep them nice and safe, since they are round. So if you leave it on your table, it will do that. It will roll and it will find its way all the way to the bottom. So just having them, like, either you keep them on your tray or on your tin or somewhere where they won't roll, just adds a bit of protection so they don't end up falling on you. And then by falling, breaking, well, the core, which then makes them break when you're gonna go sharpen them, or whenever you're coloring and you start coloring and they break on you. So just beware. Do whatever you can to try to keep them from falling and bumping into things. That's why when you're sharpening them, switch and move the sharpener instead of moving your color pencil. I remember, like, when I did the unboxing video, they broke that very first time. The first time I was using them, and they broke on me. So you just kind of have to learn to be more careful with them, and just having those tips of like the way to sharpen it, so they don't so we protect the core, which we really like. And yeah, like last video I did, my kids had been playing in the area where I color, and mysteriously my regular sharpener disappears. So for that video, I had to like grab one of theirs, and it is just not working for me. Using the other sharpener was making the point break so much. And see, it broke a little there, and that was my fault. Let's see. Even sharpening my color pencils, I find it's relaxing. So I hope you're feeling relaxed as you're watching me sharpen my color pencils and talk about them and what it's been like so far. Do you enjoy sharpening your color pencils? Let me know in the comments. What do you normally sharpen them with? That's another good one too. Like, I've been looking at getting an electric one, or like one of those crank ones. Let me know which is your favorite tool to sharpen your color pencils. There we go, and see how they get to a really nice point. That's nice. We just sharpened the olive green one. Ooh, This is another one of my favorites. You can see since it's getting so small, like, and when you're holding it, then that starts to fade a little. So another thing I'm gonna look into getting is one of those color pencil extenders. Then you can use, even when they're getting so small, you can still keep using them and getting the most out of your color pencils. Because honestly, there's still so much you can color with there, so getting an extender, it's just makes sense, because then it's hard to color when they're so small. So an extender just makes that easier. Do you have your favorite color pencil extender? Make sure you let me know in the comments. I'll be looking at getting some of those. And I'll let you know in another video what I find and which one's my favorite. As you can see, I do have my go-to color pencils. Like I said, I've been trying to use mostly the ones that come in the 12 or the 24 piece set, which is why, like, those are the ones that are the shortest. But I think overall, over this past few months, they've been great to work with. I've had so much fun with them. Even though they sometimes break on me, the way they go down on my paper, like, and honestly, it's really your regular multi-purpose paper, the paper that you'll find in my books. Like, it's nothing fancy, and they work really well with the Amazon paper. So that has been really nice. And yeah, like the wood they're made of, it's like also smooth to sharpen them. I find that my new Faber-Castell are a little tougher to sharpen, and I think it's because of the different wood they use. So that's just something else to keep in mind. So far, I've noticed the variety of the colors has been great. Having the 72 piece set, honestly, like you could see, I haven't actually used all of them. So maybe I could have even gone with a smaller set. Oh, I went too far on that one. Let's see. This is another one that I use quite a bit, sand. These 72 piece set has a good variety for skin tones as well. If you're looking to do a lot of portraits, like, you have some nice colors here for sure. All my fantasy colorings, I do get a lot of colors to use there, so that's been nice as well. Let me know in the comments, what are your favorite things to color? What's your favorite? Now, in regards to metallic colors, the 72 piece set comes with only two, the gold one and the silver. We'll see that one in a bit. And I'll show you as I do the swatches, the different options. The 72 piece is not the biggest they offer for the premiere. It's the second biggest. Didn't want to go too far. Let's see. You can see here the variety of colors. Let me try to, okay. So you get a nice variety. Let's go to the other tray. Now, the way they are right now, like I said, it's not the way they came in. I can probably find a picture or a still from the unboxing video. I first arranged them the way they come in the box and the bag. I'll show you that in a moment. And I think I will do that for the swatches. That's how I did it for the swatches I did on this page, which you can actually get from inside my Facebook group. I have this magical color swatch sheet, so you can do your own. It's nice. They feel really nice when you're holding them. They are open-ended, as you can see. The fabric still are closed here. You can't really see the core there. And well, you have your point over here. Let's see. They have been super vibrant and vivid when I apply them on the pages, which is one of the things I really like about them. So if you're looking to like have your colors pop on your pages, definitely these are really nice. And they make it so fun to color. Like I found it, they make the whole experience like even more enjoyable. And like as long as you are having fun, as long as you are enjoying them, I think that's the important part. And there we go. It has some really nice pinks, some really nice blues, purples. I know we have a couple of purple lovers there. I want to make sure I say hi to everyone. Thank you so much for watching today and tuning in for this review of the Prismacolor primers, what they've been like so far. See, this one's good. And yeah, like, do you like sharpening all of your color pencils before you start working on your pages, or do you sharpen as you go? Let me know. I normally like to start sharpening everything first, and then as I start coloring and I'll need to sharpen, then I'll do that. But I'll make sure all the ones I'm using are nice and sharp before I start. That's just my preference. There we go. I'll split the rest of the sharpening and then we'll keep talking about these Prismacolor pencils. Okay, so we've sharpened all of them, and I wanted to share with you how, whoop, see it is rolling away. So make sure you grab them. Don't let them roll so they don't fall and end up getting all broken. So this is how it comes in the back. It has like the little swatches. Now they are not very accurate. Let's find one. Let's see, we have these pale bear me in, which is the 921. Let's find the 921 here. All right, so actually this one, I'd say it's pretty good. Let's make sure it's focused there. So there it is. This one, it's not that bad at all. But you will find some of that which are not at all, like they come here. So that's why it's nice and it's helpful to do your own swatches, especially whenever you're using new materials, new paper. Doing them just allows you to see how each one works on different paper. So this is how I did mine, and I based it off of the swatches here in the box. I started with a 914 and I went on and on and on and on. And so we're gonna do something similar. Now we're gonna do it with the black paper as I did for the Faber-Castell. So we'll be able to compare those as well. Let's do that and let's see how they turn out. I'm gonna divide it rows of 12 because we're working with 72, and we'll see how it goes. Before I start with the swatches, I'm just gonna organize them so I can do them in the same order as I did them on the blank piece of paper. So let's organize them quickly. Now, this is not something you have to do. You can do them the way you want. It's just kind of how I like seeing them. So let's find our 914. Here it is, and we're gonna put it here. Now I'm gonna do this for all of them. Okay, so we finished organizing them again by the little swatches that comes at the back, so we can then do our own swatches. You can see these have been the ones that haven't gotten the most used, and this is where they start getting a little smaller. They've all been super fun to work with, and I've already gone and gotten another 24-piece set to replace the ones I've been using the most. So now let's get started, and we'll do the swatches on the black paper. I'm gonna use like I did with the swatches I did for the Faber-Castell. I'm gonna use my white ink marker from Faber-Castell. I've been having a lot of fun using it, and I'm gonna be using my Jelly Roll, the 05 points. Okay, let's get to it. Now, as I've been working through these yellows, as I start applying my color, putting it down on the paper, I immediately, the little tip is breaking on me. So when I did the Faber-Castell ones, I don't remember that happening. Like, they were really just, I would start applying them and they would just go on. See, there again, like the little fine tip, if you apply too much pressure there, which I am starting at the beginning of this little circle I made, I'm doing more pressure. I'm gonna switch on the next one, and I'm gonna do less pressure in the beginning, and then I'll build the pressure and see what happens to the tip. Let's do it with the Spanish orange. So we'll start like light pressure. Okay, we're being softer with it. It's not breaking. Now I'll apply a bit more pressure here so we can see the different. Okay, there we go. So learning how to work with them just makes them last longer. So start with smaller pressure. I guess if you want to do the fine detail, then that's where you're probably going to end up breaking the little tip you just got when you sharpen them. Now let's try it again. We'll do light pressure. It's not breaking. Let's go a little harder. Okay, we managed to keep it. That's nice. This is the goldenrod. It's one of the ones I like using. 1034. So far, they're looking really nice on my black paper too. Let's go to the sunburst yellow and see what it's like. We'll do the same thing. We're gonna start now light pressure and we'll build it up just like that. Okay, we got it. 917. So when I'm doing my swatches, what I'm doing on my black paper, since I don't have the guide like this one's, you can either print like your sheet and do it on your sheet. If you like it bigger, I like it bigger so I can see how they go from light pressure to harder pressure, or you can do them like smaller, then you can carry them wherever you want. And you just like light pressure and you build up the pressure on them, and then you just write down the number for your color, so then it's easy to find when you want to get the color you're seeing on your paper and you want to do it on your page. It's really easy and simple to do the swatches. I always recommend doing them, especially when you just got a new set, new supplies. It's just a great idea to get them swatched, and you'll be able to get familiar or familiarize yourself with your colors and know what you have or how you can use them. You'll find your favorites right away. It's always so fun to do it, and I've noticed it's also really relaxing. Like doing the swatches for me, it's always so much fun. And like a good thing of working with color pencils, or something to keep in mind when you're working with your color pencils, is you're working with layers. So you're going to be building your color little by little. You start with light pressure, and then you start adding more pressure as you go. And that makes it easy for your blending and for all the fun things you're going to do on your page. So it's something to keep in mind. Nice puppy red, 922. Let's do this for the rest of the colors. Okay, so as I'm wrapping up the swatches in the black paper of the Prismacolor Premier pencils, just wanted to give you my final thoughts on my experience over this past almost 5 months. I went and got these set in particular because I had experience with the Prismacolor Premier pencils before, so they've been a good brand when I worked with them before, so I had that experience, and the creaminess was one of the big things I like about them, so I went and got them. And so if you have a budget for them, I would definitely recommend them. They are a good addition to any colorist corner to your supplies. They are fantastic to work with. You will encounter that you need to take a lot of care of them because they do break. Their soft core makes them a little easier to break than others, but they're easy to sharpen. They produce beautiful results, vibrant colors, and I would actually buy them again 100%. Like, they're always so fun to work with, so I would definitely go for these ones again. Depending like what size I would recommend, definitely depending on your needs and on your budget. Like the 72-piece set, it's perfect. Like, it might actually be even a little much, but if you like the more neutral colors, this one has a lot of them, and I find that the 72-piece is a little less overwhelming, especially when you're getting started, than getting the 150-piece set, because sometimes especially when you're just getting started, like, and you're still figuring out what colors to use and all that fun stuff, the more color you have, the more colors or the more options on colors you have, sometimes that can get a little overwhelming. And instead of making it fun and just relaxing the way it should be, you can get a little overwhelmed by the amount of colors and not knowing which ones to use. So having a little less, it just makes it a little more manageable, I find. Then that's what you have. Those are the ones you can use. And you still get a nice and big variety, I would say. Even with the 48-piece set, you would be more than okay. So you can find them in the 12-piece set. Now, when you're getting them for the 12-piece sets, you will find different options for those, because they have like the basic set, and then they have the one that's for portraits and for different goals, I would say. So if you're looking for a 12-piece set, make sure you get the one that's specific to your needs. If you just want the basic, look for the basic option. Double check that it's not one of those specialty ones and you're just going to get colors that are going to be good for portraits or things like that. So these 72-piece set, though, doesn't have any of the neon colors. It does come with two metallics, the silver that I'm using right now and the gold one. Just no neon. But depending on like what you're using, this one's will do the trick just fine. Overall, they are a great brand to color with. You get a nice variety. The vibrancy of the colors is really nice, and they're really smooth when you're playing with them on your page. So if you're looking for those characteristics, I would definitely recommend them. That's just my personal opinion. I will be doing a more thorough review on the Faber-Castells, the super soft ones that are similar to this Prismacolor Premier. Well, what do you think? These are the swatches for them in the black paper, and I will compare them. I'll put this one, example here. You can see how, depending on the paper you're working with, you will get different results for the same color. The darker you go on the dark paper, the color barely shows up. This is the 908, which is the dark green. And here you barely see it, whereas here it's so much brighter. So that's why it's just a nice thing to do, especially if you like to print your pages in your own paper and you're using tan or other color or gray paper, then you want to know what you're going to be getting when you're putting those colors down. So that's why it's kind of fun to do it, and you get to know all of your colors. Every time I do my swatches, I find new ones I haven't been using and that I start like completely fall in love with. So they've been really, really, really nice. And this was my excuse to try my white ink marker again and my Jelly Roll pen. So I hope you had a lot of fun today joining me for this review video on my experience with the Prismacolor Premier pencils. I have the 72-piece set. I will link in the description the other sets that you can get for the Prismacolor for the Premier line, which has the soft core, which makes it nice and easy to blend. And that is all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you on my next video. Take care. Make sure you subscribe and you like the video. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.